1,000. That's just bananas. But let me bring the Berkshire stock back up and let's analyze that. And it's a reason. That was a great question, Derek. It's a reason why it's so low. I mean, so high. It's a reason behind that. It's a reason why. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Um, okay, so I was researching. I was like, yeah, why is Berkshire Hathaway stock so high? You know what I mean? Like for now, it's as of I guess today's close, $301,750 for one share. For one share of stock in Berkshire Hathaway, it is that much money. So, like Derek said, why is it so high? You may be wondering why it's so high. Well, the reason why it's so high is because they said Berkshire Hathaway never did a stock split. They never did a stock split. If you don't, guys, for people that don't know what a stock split is, a stock split is, when a company splits its share price to offer shares at a lower price to get more people to invest. I'll repeat that again. A stock split is when a company's share price like splits in half and they issue out more shares so they can get more money taken in because more people will invest because it's a lower share price. So let's say it's like $100 a share at Apple or something like that, and they say, "Oh, we want to do a stock split." So what they do instead of it being $100 a share, now it'll be $50 a share. So let's say I got 10 shares worth $1,000. Now I'll have 20 shares, but it's still worth $1,000 because they're $50 a share. Companies do that so they can take cash in because they'll get more investors because it's at a lower share price. So if it's at a lower share price, usually you get more people to invest because it's easier to buy a share stock for $50 than it is for $100. But they said Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway never did that. They never, ever since he took over the company, and I think the company was flat broke when he took them over, they never did a stock split. So that's the primary reason why the share price is so high because they never did a stock split. Okay, Derek says Tech, Damaris, and I love artificial intelligence like NVIDIA, Cirrus, Logic, and Pegasystems. We have biotech stocks like Crisp and Supernus based in Chesapeake, PA, close, and entertainment with Live Nation and Dave and Buster's. That's great. I have Shopify and a precious metal stock with or Cobra. Tesla will need lithium from the Model 3S and a Cobra mine. That's great. I have a REIT, real estate investment trust with medical trust properties. That's great, man. That's great. Um, that's great, man. It looks like you're well diversified. I mean, I would say, the rule of thumb, like I said, is about 30. Once you're about 30 some different stocks, you're quote unquote diversified. But I think it's a matter of preference. I mean, I don't think it's bad for you to just continue to get more stocks, however you feel that day. Me personally, that's how I feel. How I wake up is what I might buy. I might feel like buying Nike today. I might feel like buying uh Apple today. You know what I mean? I got some t-shirts. They're Gildan. I might say, yo, what's Gildan trading as? Gildan Public? Yeah, it is. Let me just go buy Gildan. Like that's just kind of how I buy. Not saying everybody should do that, but I just buy, however the wind blows, however that feel that day, what my budget is, if I got the money to buy the stock. That's just how I buy. You know what I mean? So I think you're doing an amazing job. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep, putting these jewels in your daughter, keep getting her engaged and investing and stuff like that, and just keep doing it, man. Well, let me go to Derek's second question, and I'll go to the questions we got from my OG coach Trey. All right, so Derek's second question was talking about a great subject, Spotify going public. So Spotify, they opened at 149 a share. My daughter wanted this or Airbnb. I guess you could answer why they open at this price when you do your upcoming Q&A. Definitely great. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Number one, Derek, did you buy? Did you end up buying Spotify? Did you get it? Let me know in the chat if anybody got Spotify. Because interesting, I didn't even get it yet. I seen it was. I think it went up today. I gotta check. But yeah, I didn't even get it yet. I'll probably buy Spotify. I'll probably buy a couple shares. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? It's less than a car note. It's less than what you ever spend at Walmart. You probably can get a share of of Spotify for. Just confirmed again with E-Trade, we have 34 positions and we see E-Trade every month. And we see E-Trade every month with $100 a month. That's great. Compound interest. Waiting on your children's program. Yes, I'll talk about that in a minute. We're flipping a coin Saturday morning on Spotify. That's great. Yeah, I think, man, listen, I think Spotify, I mean, the streaming industry alone is like crazy. Like the streaming industry, like it's taking over, man. Like between that and Apple Music and Tidal, it's like, yo, the streaming industry, like Spotify's making a lot of money. Like they're breaking the record labels off with money because they just bringing in so much votes of money. So I just think, black folks, that's why I put in the email that I sent to everybody. I was like, listen, if we're in that industry, like we're making billions and billions of dollars for the entertainment industry. But how many of us actually own a piece of it? How many of us own those regular? I know Jay-Z owns Tidal, I guess, or still owns most of it. I think Sprint, I think he sold some to Sprint or something like that. But for the billions and billions of dollars that we make these industries, we need to have some equity in these industries. So if you go to most of the young black boys and black people in general, and you say, all right, what do you listen to music on your phone? Most of them probably gonna say Spotify. Some might say Tidal or other things, but a lot of them won't say Spotify. So it's like if we giving billions and billions of dollars to these platforms and they're getting billions and billions of dollars of ad revenue to advertise other products to us, we need to have a stake in that company. We need to have a stake in that company. And the thing is, like, it's only $149 a share. Like, it's only $149 a share. Like, how many of us spend $149 on dumb stuff all the time? Like, seriously, how many of us spend stuff, like I said, $149 or more on dumb stuff all the time? All the time. So there's no excuse, not to just get a piece of it, man. Seriously, let's go get a piece of it. All right, so then let's go to 1 second. Let me just make sure I answered your entire question, Derek. Okay. So yeah, now you said, why you think open it high? I was doing some research that I was reading. They did say that there weren't as many shares issued, number one. So of course, when it's a lower amount of shares, the price is going to go up because there aren't as many out there. So they said, just to start out, there weren't even that many outstanding shares just out there for people to buy. So that's what caused the price to, go up a little bit. And they also said people weren't like selling them, like people weren't selling their shares to Spotify like that. So, once they got them, if they got them, they hung on to them. So, if people hang on to them, people aren't selling like that. It's hard, it's not as easy to get a share of Shopify. Spotify. Shopify is a good stock to get to. If people aren't selling, they're getting their Spotify stocks and they're holding on to them. People aren't selling them like that. Of course, that's going to cause the price to rise because there just aren't as many outstanding. So I think that's why the price was, I guess higher than some people maybe anticipated, maybe higher than some people could actually afford. But I still think, definitely opportunity for people to get in. If you want to just get on that, I think at the last Q&A we talked about Spotify going public. I didn't know exactly when they were, but we did talk about that, and now here they are going public. And I still think Airbnb is a good. I don't think Airbnb went public yet. So Derek says that direct listing looks like it affected all that with Spotify. We still gonna flip the coin there. Daramus is with me now. Tara, hello. Tara said hello. Yes. How you doing, young queen? Yes. So now let me I do gotta say a few things anyway. Since we do got a lot of new students, shout out to all the new students. So all the new students, if you're not familiar with what we do here, we are a financial institution designed to teach it to the African American community. That does not mean anybody else cannot join. No, anybody can join. I'm happy to teach anybody, but this is specifically designed for the African American community because we need it the most, but we get it the least. So that's what we do here. All the new students, we got about 5 or 6 courses now. We also have an affiliate program. So if you want to be an affiliate, just email me or send us email to the support team now, support at themccrarifinancialschool.com. That's support at themccrarifinancialschool.com. I'm going to put it in the chat. So for all the new people, if you don't, if you need any trouble logging in, if you have questions about a course, if you have questions about just anything, you want to email support at themccrarifinancialschool.com. That's support at themccrarifinancialschool.com. And like I said about the affiliate program, if you want to be an affiliate, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. You can just email support at themccrarifinancialschool.com and we will turn your affiliate log on. And then we'll email you back your affiliate link so you can start getting paid for selling courses, bringing people in, getting people enrolled. You have the ability to make money. So I didn't just want to be about me talking, telling you how to make money. I want to actually give you actionable items, ways you can go out and make money. So if you say, I like this course, I like this Q&A, or I like this school, this is great information, I want to give it to the other people, you can give it to other people and you can get paid for it. Any of the courses in the school, if you want to get other people in or whatever the case may be, you can get paid for it and it's free to sign up. If you get people to sign up, you make money. It's a win-win. You don't have to cost anything to sign up. If you bring people in, you'll get 20% commission on any course. Like I said, it's free. So that just gives you the ability to start making money if you would like, if you think this information is valuable, if you think other people want to take action on it. And then lastly, the Children's Financial Literacy course was supposed to be available this week, but got to push it back to it should be available. We got Derek ready to sign his daughter up. Other people have been hitting me up. So within the next week, hopefully by next week, definitely, or the week after. The only reason why we had to push it back is because I'm just working on the book. Got some offers on the table about my book, so I had to kind of speed up the process for the book. I was going to just drop the course, give you guys the children's course and everything like that, and then drop the book within the next month or two. But I actually had to speed up the process. Got some things on the table that I'll talk to you guys about as soon as I can share them. As soon as I have the green light to share what's about to go on with this book, I promise y'all will be the first ones to know. Definitely going to tell you, give you the official release date, official everything's going on. A lot of things happening behind the scenes. A lot of people contacting me, a lot of deals on the table. So I had to speed up the process for the book and just get that done, get that out, print it in hand. That's the only reason why the children's course is not available yet. Just got a few more lectures to record. I'm working on the final tests. We're going to have, like 3 to 4 quizzes in the program. We're going to have a final test because I don't want to just be about me talking and giving information. I wanted to have quizzes. I wanted to have a final test. I wanted to have actionable items. I wanted to have 30 to 40 topics that each child should know, from a stockbroker to a capital gain, to a mutual fund, to a dividend, to how to market a business. All that type of stuff is in the course. So it's almost done. Just got to get a few more lectures, finish the final test, and it'll officially be released. And of course, you guys will know the first about it, how to get in, get your child in, because this is something you're going to want your child to be in. This is something, if you love your child, you're going to want to put them in this course, and it's not going to cost any more than what you would go to Applebee's. It's not even going to cost as much as it would be to get a share of stock in Spotify. It's going to be a lot less than that. So that will be available. Tell Damris it's coming, Derek. I wanted to make it perfect, though. I didn't want to put it out too early. And I just hope you guys love it. I hope you put your kids in it. So that's all we have for that. Now let's go to the questions sent by my OG, Trey Bell. Thank you, Trey, for sending the questions over. Let me go to him 1 second. Let me see. Oh yeah, you text them to me. I was looking in my email. Okay, so he got 2, and these were amazing questions too. Thank you, OG, for these questions. This is my OG. All right, question number 1. What is the best way for young people 18 to 25? Sorry, it's been a long day, y'all. What is the best way for young people 18 to 25 can prepare themselves mindset wise to make the shift from the left side of the cash flow quadrant, employee or being self employed, to the right side of the quadrant where you're a business owner and investor? Thank you, Trey, for that question. That was an amazing question. That was a very, very good question. First and foremost, for people that do not know what the cash flow quadrant is, cash flow quadrant is I can probably bring it up. Oops. Cash flow quadrant is this. So when you're an employee, this is basically the stages to build wealth. Go from employee to self-employed to business owner to investor. So this is what the cash flow quadrant is. So he said, let me read the question again if you guys didn't catch it. What is the best way for young people 18 to 25 can prepare themselves mindset wise to make the shift from the left side of the cash flow quadrant to the right side of the cash flow quadrant to business owner or investor? Great question. Well, I would say, it's a lot of things. Mindset wise, number one, they need to me, they need to see it. They need to see it's possible. They need to see it to be reality. So, if a child only sees employees, their parents or the grandparents or the aunts and uncles, their whole family, their circle, the friends, parents, if they only see employees, then it's going to be hard for them to even see someone who owns a business that may only be self-employed, someone that has a full-fledged business that's a system, and someone that's an investor. I think they need to see it. I think they need to see it. But I think, just to get them there anyway, number one, they need to know the importance of entrepreneurship. So to get from E to S, you need to know the value in being a business owner. So this is, why for the children, for the future, like Derek always says, he always talks about how, he wants his child to be an investor. He wants her to learn about entrepreneurship. He doesn't want her to have a boss if she doesn't want to. It's okay to have one, but he doesn't want her to have one if she doesn't want to. So number one, our children need to know the importance of going into business for themselves. They need to understand that the real wealth is through being a business owner. The real wealth is through being a business owner, and they need to understand that. Because me personally, I didn't think about that when I was 18 to 25. I didn't think about really being my own boss, owning my own business. I was at 18 when I graduated from high school. The main thing for me was just going to college, trying to go to college, and then after college, trying to get a good job to make money. For me, it was about to make money is to get a job. That's all I knew. That's all my mom, when it came to making money, my mom would say, get a job, get a job. You go to other family members, you're 18 now, get out of the house, go get a job, go to college, you get a job. So they need to, number one, know the importance of even owning your own business. They need to know how important it is. They need to know those are the people that really build wealth in America. Those are the people that really have equity. Those are the people that really make decisions, are the people that own businesses. And then you understand that, okay, you can go on LegalZoom and you can start an LLC tomorrow. That's great. But at the same time, now you're just self-employed. So a lot of people, they leave the job, they quit, they get off the plantation, whatever the case may be, but they only replace that job for another job. So you replace one job, at a corporation, to only have another job where you work for yourself. You're your own boss, but it's still another job. What does self-employed mean? Self-employed means that if you do not work, you do not make money. So if you wake up, whatever the case may be, or let's say, you have a landscaping business. So you have to go out and you have to do, a yard or 5 yards or 10 yards, and that's how you will make money. That's good. You're your own boss. You got your own business. But if I go out and do 10 yards today, I'll make, $400. So now I can say, all right, that $400, I'm going to go home, take it home to my family. I'm able to feed my kids, maybe to provide for my wife, whatever the case may be. I got to go out and do those yards to make that money. That is self-employed, and that is good. But we need to realize at some point in entrepreneurship, You need to have a real business, a system that works when you don't. So in that example, if you're a landscaper and you say, okay, I've made a lot of money, I make good money, but I'm only one man. I can't scale myself. I can't, I'm not only the bottleneck. So now I have enough income, we have enough clients, I can go out and just hire some people. So now I can hire 3 people to go do yards, and I can still go out and do yards if I want to. But now I can say, okay, so each person can do 25 yards a day. So we're going to hire 3 new employees. So that's 75 yards a day. So now I can have them do that. So now I don't necessarily have to go out and work the yards. So I can go pick my daughter up from school earlier if I want to. We can go catch a movie in the afternoon. I can go get my hair cut at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because now I know I have a system that's working when I'm not. A system could be employees, like I said. A system could be an automated system. A system could be a lot of different things. I just an email just went out. You guys can check your inbox. The email just went out through an automated system, but I'm here talking to y'all. I didn't send that email. That was automated. An automated system already goes out. That's from my CRM platform that automates part of my business. So they definitely need to understand the importance of that, of understanding, just because you quote unquote have a business, it's not really a business. A business works when you don't. A business has a system. So if you're a landscaper and it's just you and you say, I have my own business, that's good. But if you go to somebody who's a real CEO, they're going to tell you that's not really a business. You're self-employed, you're your own boss, but it's not technically a business. And then you transition to investor. So then those are the people you see on Shark Tank, the sharks. The people that I've already built, companies, I've already built businesses. Maybe they sold them, maybe they still own them, but they don't necessarily run them. But now they can be an investor. So I can say, okay, you looking for some venture capital. You need, $200,000, and you're going to give me 20% equity stake. So now I can be an investor, and I can have a 20% stake and put up some capital. And now you run the business, and now I'm just making even more money because now I'm just an investor. Or you can, just invest like we've been talking about all night. Just invest in stocks or other things that you can invest in, and then you're an investor. And a lot of people now are talking about you can actually kind of go from E to S. You don't necessarily have to go from ESBI anymore. You can go from E to I if you know about it. If you're thinking about it. So if you say, oh, I'm an employee, I have a job. Now I'm going to take this extra money. I'm going to invest in a business. So I don't necessarily have to own my own business and build it up first. While I'm still having steady income, which is a job brings you steady income, which is good. While I still have steady income, great money coming in, now I'm going to invest in that business. I'm going to be a shark, or I'm going to invest in that stock. I'm going to invest in Spotify. I'm going to invest in Disney. I'm going to invest in Apple, whatever the case may be. You can go from E to I if you know about it. If you are an employee and you got some extra money, you get your income tax, go in and buy some properties. Go buy the block. You see a lot of, properties are for sale. You see a lot of homes you may have to rehab. Go buy them, rent them out, or whatever the case may be an investment in property. Now you have investments, you have assets, and you still may be an employee, which is fine. So you can really go from E to I. You don't necessarily have to go through all 4 levels of the quadrant, but our children need to know about this. Children need to know about this, so you need to bring them to these discussions. You need to bring them into other discussions. You need to be going over this information with them. They need to know about this. So thank you, Trey, for that question. Here's a second question. Can affiliate marketing help young people pay for school, college, trade school, and eliminate student loan debt? If so, how? I would say yes. Number one, affiliate marketing is just a way to make money. So it's just a way to build a side income for selling other people's products, from like well-established companies. So, it can help young people pay for school if they're making money. So if they go in and they learn affiliate marketing, they know all about it. They know where the clients are. There's definitely opportunity for them to make money, and that can, help them pay for school and eliminate college debt. Absolutely. I think also just to piggyback on that, They need to, understand, exactly what they want to do. They also need to recognize all the opportunities that exist for just learning online. Like you can learn so much online from these online programs. They can maybe, learn more than if they went and got a traditional degree. Like I know, with my school or the Black Business School or other schools out here, you know what I mean? It's so much more relevant information that you can learn without getting a traditional degree. So they just, don't go the cliche route or, everybody like, I grew up the same way. Everybody's saying, go to school, you got to get that good college education, you got to get that degree so you can get that good job. But you got to say, okay, well, nowadays, and I used to say, like, I used to think you had to go to school, you had to go to college to get a degree to get a good job. Now with the internet, you ain't got to do either one. Like with the internet, I'm telling you, with the internet, you ain't gotta get a degree. You can get a degree, but you don't gotta get a degree. And with the internet, you ain't gotta work a job. You can work a job, but you don't have to. Like it's really revolutionary how much it changed and how it changed so fast. Like, I'm 30. I'm not that old. I'll be 31 next month. But like I said, me growing up, I grew up with the traditional mindset. I graduated from high school in 2005. I had the same mindset. You go to, school, high school, you go to college, go to a good college, you get a degree, you come out, you get a good job, and you make money. So now, 12, 13, 14 years later, and I'm saying like, whoa, you ain't got to do none of that. You do not got to do none of that to be successful. You can, but to be successful, like we always thought to be quote unquote successful, you had to go to college, you had to get a degree, you had to get that good job. Now you don't got to do that. You can learn so much online. So I've learned more since getting out of college than being in college. Seriously, the last 2 years just learning online, learning business, building relationships, learning about wealth and financial literacy, just learning this much information online. I've learned way more than in 5 years getting a bachelor's degree. Yeah, it took me 5 years. I've learned way more online in 2 years than I learned in 5 years, 12 years of school, all that. I've learned way more online. So you don't gotta go to college to be educated or learn stuff. You can learn a lot online, Google, YouTube, other, online programs, other stuff like that. And then secondly, when it comes to earning a living, with a computer and a smartphone, you can build a business and you can make money. I wish I would have known this 15 years ago. Like, seriously, you can make a lot of money and probably more money. You could probably make more money with the internet than working a traditional job, but we got to know about it. We got to know about it. So when it pertains to affiliate marketing, I think there's definitely opportunity. I'm gonna be honest, it's not as easy to make money on affiliate marketing as it used to be, just because of the algorithms on these platforms just change so rapidly. So it's just harder to make money, online, just selling other people's products online, affiliate marketing than it used to be, just because it's hard to get reach organically. Now it's hard to get people to just buy the product instantly and see the product and just buy it. You know what I mean? Once you learn more about like digital marketing, you learn about, creating a whole sales funnel and stuff like that. And just like, a lead magnet where someone can opt in for like a free course. Like I give out, a free course, they can opt in for that. And then later on down the line, they may be a customer or you may hit them with an offer or, it's a lot of other ways to, turn that lead into a customer as opposed to you just being an affiliate and selling someone else's product. You're not able to capture and stuff like that because usually it's not your product. But there's definitely opportunity to still make money. I just don't think, I'm going to have to be quite honest, I don't think it's as easy to make money on affiliate marketing, at least online, than it used to be just because of the algorithms. Like, Facebook's a greedy ass damn company. They change the algorithms so much. They want you to spend a lot of money on advertising, and it's just hard to make money through organic reach. But if you want to put some money in for ads, there's definitely opportunity. But I would say that's a great question, Coach Trey. But I'm glad that you did analyze the importance of eliminating student loan debt. Student loan debt is a national crisis, and it's something that, is just holding a lot of young people back. And especially going forward for the next generation, we can't have these kids going to school $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a year to get a degree that might not even get them a job. We can't do it. We can't keep doing it. We can't keep doing it. Seriously, we can't keep doing it. So those were the questions that we got previously. If anybody has any questions, any other questions, you can put them in the chat or put them in the Q&A. I think that's all the, like I said, that's all the ones we got, prior to starting the meeting. But if you want to, put any in the chat, any in the Q&A, I'll be happy to answer them. We got about 20 minutes before we wrap. But I would say, I am interested in Spotify. Like I said, I didn't buy it yet, but I am probably going to buy it. There was an article that I was looking at just about Spotify. It was a really good article. I can send it to you guys. I can put it in the chat. But yeah, I think Spotify may be okay. You may want to think about getting it. Like I always say, I do not give advice. So please do not say, Ryan told me to buy Spotify. No, I didn't tell you to buy Spotify. I'm just saying that it might be opportunity for you to buy it. So you may want to think about getting on it. Like I said, Black folks, we're in the entertainment industry building billions and billions of dollars for these people and these companies. So we may want to have a small equity share in it. That's just my 2 cents. But like I said, if anybody has any last questions or comments or concerns, like I said, the next course that will be coming out is the Children's Financial Literacy course. So it's between 30 to 40 topics that every child should know. Every child should know. I mean, if your child takes this course, I promise you, I'll put it on, I will literally give you your money back. I promise you, they will know more than the average adult. The average adult out here, you just go out there, get off the internet and go out into society and talk to the average adult. Talk to the average adult and say, do you know what a capital gain is? Do you know what a dividend is? Do you know what a mutual fund is? Do you know what, I forget, I got so many topics in there. What does ROI mean? You know what I mean? Like all that type of stuff. Like what is a mutual fund? How to sell or how to market a business? What is a mortgage? All that stuff. I guarantee you, their financial literacy level will exceed the average adult. And this is the children's course. And I'm gonna be honest, I ain't taking light on the kids. Just because they kids, I ain't taking light on them. It's not too hard, but it's going to be a very challenging, and it's going to, put them in a good place. If they can know Nicki Minaj lyrics and Young Thug lyrics, they can definitely know, these concepts. They can definitely know these concepts. Okay, so let me see. One of the questions, someone says, will your classes be available for after school programs, Future Leaders LLC in Philly? It can be. Yeah, they definitely can be. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just email me. Let me put the email down. Yeah, absolutely. Like I would love, like, that's another thing. I'm glad somebody brought that point up because I don't want it to just be online. I mean, online is good. That is a way, we can be direct to consumer. So I don't gotta beg the school district. I don't gotta beg a charter school to let me put this program in. I can just do it direct to consumer. I can do it, on this teachable platform. I don't have to ask anybody. I don't have to get permission. But I don't want to just have it be online. I would love to come to any after school program. Anybody that has an after school program, I know there's a couple people in the city that do. If you're outside the city, I'll come out if we can get it, everything right. But anybody has an after school program. If you have a church, if you have a nonprofit, if you have a mosque, a synagogue, whatever the case may be, I would love to come and give a presentation. Like I said, I don't want it to just be online. Online is great. Like I said, it's great. We can direct to consumer. We can go on live or whatever the case may be. I don't got to ask anybody. I don't got to ask the school district. I don't got to ask the superintendent. I don't got to ask, some charter school or some CEO or charter school. Please let me in to speak to the children. Let me in so I can give information. I don't have to do that. You can go on whatever.com and sign up right now. Nobody has to ask. But while technology is great and it's evolved and it's came a long way, but It's nothing like being in person. So I would love to come out and just get in front of the children. Get in front of the children, talk to them, give them the game, give them the jewels, give them the information. So please, you can email two emails. You can go to support at the McCraryFinancialSchool.com, support at the McCraryFinancialSchool.com, or you can email me at info at RyanJMcCrary.com, info at RyanJMcCrary.com, and I'll love to come out, give a presentation. Absolutely, and they can all that also give access to the online course. If I talk to someone in person, absolutely. But like I said, if you got a nonprofit, if you got a church, if you got a after school program, if you got a tutoring program, whatever the case may be, get me in front of them. Get me in front of them. Listen, math is great. They need that. They need to write. Absolutely. Science is good. Social studies, whatever the case may be, history. But financial literacy is more important than damn near all those subjects. I'm going to be honest. Besides like math, probably, and writing and reading. Besides those, financial literacy is more important than other stuff. Financial literacy is more important than science. I'm sorry. You may be a science buff. You know what I mean? Science is good. Chemistry is good. And life sciences, that's great. I'm going to be honest. Those are great. I used to like science too. But financial literacy is more important than science because when is the last time I used that damn science that I learned in elementary, middle school, high school? I think I even took maybe a science course in college. How many of those did I use? I don't use none of that stuff now. I'm going to be all the way honest. All the molecules and all the different H2O and all the symbols and the, what was it called? Periodic table, all that stuff. I don't use that stuff. I'm sorry. Financial literacy, I use that every day. Whether I can pay my damn bills, I use it every day. If I got enough money to put gas in my car, I use that every day. Coach Trey, you're exactly right. You're sorry. Don't worry about it, OG. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Seriously, we don't use, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We don't use that stuff. We don't use this stuff. And a lot of that, I talk about a lot of this in my book. So you guys are definitely going to want to get that. I talk about a lot of that stuff in my book. And like I said, I'm not even that old. And I'm like, yo, for the future, it got to be different. It got to be different. I'm a millennial, and the millennials got children. It got to be different for the kids. And I see a lot of people my age, they ain't on this wave. They ain't conscious of this. They ain't talking about this. They ain't teaching their children this. That's what upsets me. We do use A2 plus B2. We can C2 though. Absolutely. So this is my after school program. Okay. Okay, great. Yes, absolutely. Okay, like I said, if anybody has any last questions or comments, just a few more minutes. But I'm sorry, but this stuff is more important. Go to the Q&A. Derek, you said black people ain't broke. We just have a broken mindset. Here. Yes, absolutely. That's my quote for the year. Every year until we get to it. Yo, I'm about to put that on a t-shirt, man. I might gotta be the next t-shirt design. I need some new designs. It's been a minute. For real. Yo, I like that. Black people ain't broke. We have a broken mindset. Yo, I'm about to put that on the t-shirt. Sarah, because I mean, it's true. I mean, honestly, know what I do now? Let me be honest with y'all. When I'm driving around, know what I do? Honestly, when I'm driving around and I see those young black boys, not even all the young ones, I count the Jordans I see on people's feet. I count them. Trey says, explain the 40-40-40 failed plan for employees. 40. Yeah, we were just talking about that, weren't we? Yesterday, today was that today, right? We were just talking about that. Go ahead, elaborate on that a little bit for me, Coach. You elaborate on that, and we'll talk about that 1 second. But you know what I do now, honestly? I when I drive around, I see people. I count the amount of Jordans on people's feet, and you'll be amazed. Damn near every person I see in the hood got Jordans on their feet. And ain't nothing wrong with having Jordans. I got Jordans. We love Jordans. Listen, man, I've had Jordans since I was 8. You know what I'm saying? Like my favorite Jordans is probably is the Concords. I love the Concords, and I love the He Got Games. When He Got Game came out in '98, like I was only 11, but that was the shit. Like I'm sorry, I seen He Got Game in the movies. He Got Game was the. I don't even want to curse. So I know Derek has his daughter here, but He Got Game was the stuff. You know what I mean? And I had those. But at the same time, every kid you see in the hood got Jordans on. So you ain't broke. We ain't broke. It's no way we broke if you got Jordans on your feet. Go to Africa or go to parts of Jamaica or other third world countries and you ain't gonna see nobody with no Jordans. You ain't gonna see nobody with Jordans. That is real poverty. All right. So Coach Trey, 40, 40, 40, 40 hours, 40 years on the job. Top receive 40%. You pay at retirement 40 hours a week on the job. Yes, yes, yeah. 40, 40, 40. Like, remember Jay-Z had the 40, 40? I think he still got the 40, 40 club in New York. The one in AC's closed. It's like the 40, 40 or 40, 40, 40. Yeah, 40 years on the job, 40 hours a week to get 40% of your pay at retirement that they're going to tax anyway. So yeah, man, that's true. You know what I mean? And like I say, nothing wrong with a job. Like I know Derek and Derek, I know Derek likes his job, and that's great. I'm happy. Derek likes his job, and that's great. Everybody likes a job. Listen, keep your job. Do what you love to do. Keep that steady paycheck. Listen, absolutely. But I also know Derek is preparing his child. I know he's preparing his child for the future. So just in case in 20, 30 years, when all the jobs get replaced by technology or robots, she'll be prepared. She'll have hundreds of thousands in investments. She'll be thinking like an entrepreneur. She'll already have businesses, stuff like that. So he's preparing his child. But yeah, man, I mean, that's something that, I'll be honest, I kind of saw that early. I was, in corporate America, and I was, I think about 28, and I was just like, am I gonna work here for the next 40 years? And the crazy thing is, like, when I first got hired at Vanguard, I was like, yo, this is it. I was like, I got a good job, I got benefits, I got a good 401k, I got a medical plan. I ain't going nowhere. I was like, yo, I'm set for life. Like I honestly said to myself when I first started working there at like 24, probably 24, I was like, yo, I'm set. I was like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna keep this job till I retire. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep getting my raises. I'm gonna keep building up my 401k. And I was like, I'm set. I was like, I'm good. I said, I ain't looking for another job. I ain't gotta worry about no resume. I was like, yo, I'm set. I literally said it to myself at 24 years old. I said, I'm set. But as time went on, I was like, oh, number one, like that company ain't paying that much, number one. Number two, I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't like it. I was just like, all right, it's cool in the beginning. But after a while, I was like, yo, I'm tired of kissing these clients behind. I'm tired of trying to suck up to these clients. I'm tired of trying to jump hoops to these people. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of dealing with supervisors or department where it's only 2% black. I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired of doing this stuff. I can't get excited about this stuff anymore. You know what I mean? And then you try to get promoted and you get those, stuff like, oh, well, we thought you would be a good fit, but, we decided to go in a different direction or someone who's best suited the position better or stuff like that. So I was like, yo, I just got fed up. I was like, yo, number one, I don't like this. I don't like what I'm doing. I know they don't see value in here. They're not paying me, what I want to pay. And at the time, I was like, yo, the world's changing. Like, this is the time when, like, social media was blowing up. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, there's people on Instagram, like, making thousands and thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm sitting in a cubicle, making $18, $19 an hour, which was good, but I'm looking on my app and I'm like, yo, there's people on Instagram making $100,000 and they ain't got to wear no suit to work. They can wear whatever they want. They can sell products directly to the audience on an app. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, and it just, something kept knocking at me. And I was just like, yo, I think it's meant for me to leave. I was like, seriously, I was like, yo, I think it's meant for me to just have a greater purpose in life. Another thing that was going on during this time was the police killings. You know what I mean? Like, this is the time with like Trayvon Martin, and this is the time with Mike Brown, and all that stuff was going on as well. And I'm just like, I'm looking on my phone, I'm looking on Facebook Live, and it's like protests. Like, y'all remember during that time, like it actually cooled down since Eric Garner and all that. Like now, you know what I mean? It actually cooled down, but with like Eric Garner, like if y'all remember that time, it was only a few years ago, but like this was a crazy time. And I was like seeing this. I'm like, yo, all this is going on, but you at the office, it's business as usual. They don't care. It doesn't affect their life. You know what I mean? Like to them, it's like doesn't happen. It's like it hasn't happened. It's like does it's not going on, and it doesn't exist. And I'm just like, it exists to me. You know what I mean? Like I can't fake it. Like I can't hide it. Like I feel this. You know what I mean? Like I feel for my community. Just because y'all don't feel it, just because it don't make no difference to you, I'm like, yo, this makes a difference to me. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like all the Eric Garner stuff, and I'm just like, I gotta get out of here. I felt like get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, yo, like I can't, like this can't be my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I got to a point where it was just like, I would rather be broke than have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I can walk out of here with my head high. I can have my soul. I can have my conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like a real stuff was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like on top of that, I had a terrible supervisor. The supervisor I had was actually black, and he was like the biggest coon that ever exists in life. Like seriously, you know what I mean? Like he would just be crazy stuff. Like we would get into it all the time. But I was just like, I finally realized I was like, yo, like I don't care anymore. I was like, yo, it's real stuff going on in my community. He definitely wasn't saying Bo. I was like, it's real stuff going on in my community. I was like, yo, I want to get out there and like help. I want to do something. I want, you know what I mean? And then for me, it came to like financially, it means, okay, I know all this stuff. Like I got my license, you know what I mean? My securities licenses. I took hours tests, thick books to read and, you know what I mean? Learning all this. And I was like, yo, our community needs this. Like seriously, our community definitely needs this, and I think I can provide it. We got social media now. I got time on my side. If I dip out of my job at 29, you know what I mean? It don't work hard. 35, I'll go back and get a job. You know what I mean? But I was just like, I don't want to be at 29 and feel this, and then be 15 years later. Now I'm 45. Now it's like I can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been here so long. You know what I mean? It's not as easy for me to go out and get a job when I'm 45 or 50 as opposed to this being 30. You know what I mean? So I was just like, yo, let me take a leap of faith. Let me do it. And it's been the best decision I've ever made in my life. So thank you, Coach Trey. Thank you, Derek, for the questions. If anybody has any last questions or comments, just put them in. Thank you guys for tuning in. You could be watching Love and Hip Hop right now. You could be watching basketball right now, but you decided to watch very important information that will literally change your life, something that's going to change your children's life for the next 5 generations. So thank you guys for just being here. I can't do it without y'all. Like I said, man, y'all support me more than some damn family members. I got family members that won't even buy a t-shirt. I got family members that won't even share a post. You know what I'm saying? Like literally family members that I know my whole life, that's blood, that just don't get it. So thank you guys so much. Again, the last things, we have the Children's Financial Literacy course. I promise y'all to be available in a week, no more than 2. Everything's basically done. Just got to finish up the last couple of lectures. Got the final test that will be amazing. They're going to love the final test. It's challenging, but they'll love it. So that'll be available. Also, my book, my first book, called Mind Over Money. That's the title of the book, Mind Over Money. It will be available very, very, very soon. Got some deals on the table. As soon as I can speak about it, I will promise to let y'all know exactly when it'll come out, how you can get it, where you can go, all the partnerships I'm building. That will be available. Mind Over Money, the Mind Over Money book, my first book. It's a process. It took some time, but I got it done. That will be available very, very soon. I have an official release date soon. We're going to do a launch party in Philly. So everybody in Philly, make sure y'all come out. If you in a tri-state, Jersey, Delaware, and New York, make sure you come out. It's going to be litty. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for being here, Coach. Thank you, Derek, everyone else that's been here this whole time. Again, if you have any questions or anything, send them to info@ryanjmccrary.com, info@ryanjmccrary.com, or you can send it to support at the McCrary-Financial-School.com, support at the McCrary-Financial-School.com. Last questions from Derek. Sorry, I'm just catching them now. The Ryan McCrary Challenge, you make that shirt, Derek will hurry up and buy. Oh, yeah. So it was what? Black people aren't broke. We have a broken mindset. Yeah, I need that. I'm about to go on, get the designer to design that, put it on there. That has to be the next design. I'm on it, Derek. Don't worry, I'm on it. I'm a stir wild processing technician and investor in training. Yes, great. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, like I said, thank you guys for being here. If you have any other questions, just send them right to support at the McCrary-Financial-School.com, support at the McCrary-Financial-School.com. Everyone have a great evening.